I knew I'd see you again. It's inevitable. You are just like me. But this part of the journey here, it's not as exciting as the others. In fact, it's a little bit shameful. But it's part of the journey that we all have to go through. Ugh, disgusting. Ugh. And if you hadn't figured it out just yet, it's the part of the journey where you must face your shadow. I typically wake up every morning the same way, but this morning I woke up a lot more irritated. And I believe that was stemming from a text that I received last night. And if we are not careful, we can allow negativity to infiltrate our thoughts. And they will target the areas of our lives that, frankly, are still going on unhealed. And it is unfortunate that during this time, we tend to block out any guidance, sound logic, righteousness, or reasoning, no matter where it's coming from. We simply cannot hear it. Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Do me a favor. Get lost, will ya? This morning, I am not in the mood. Wow, now that was upsetting. He was only trying to help. But remember what I said. When we're dealing in our shadow selves, we block out sound mind, reasoning, and even guidance from the divine. And you know what's even scarier than that? Is a lot of times we become our own destructive force and nature in our reality. Holy moly! What the hell is going on? Wait, who are you and how'd you get in my house? And you better start talking fast before I go and get the attitude adjuster. Get whatever you like. You destroy me, you destroy yourself. You haven't figured it out yet, huh? I'm you. I so regret not listening to my spirit guides in the bathroom. Okay, I want you out of this house right now. You are definitely not me. Number one, because you're ugly. But number two, look at the destruction you've caused. Out. Ugly? I'm appalled. Look at me. But okay, I'll leave your house. And as far as being a destructive force, I do believe that that's you, darling. And always remember, no matter where you go, there we are. Okay, I've heard enough. Get out of this house right now. I will find out who you are, and when I do, I'll find out a way to banish you for good. Out. Okay, anything you say. But word to the wise, I cannot be banished. You will have to face me, one way or another. Bye for now. Thoughts of this morning echoed through my mind all day long. Especially the words that she spoke to me. You want to know why? Because I figured out that it was true. No matter where I went or what I set out to do, she would just appear. And whenever she did, she affected my mood very strongly. I never felt like myself. So I decided to stop feeling sorry for myself and to take action. I came up with a foolproof plan. Well, no, it actually started last night. I mean, she was sending bad texts and having me send angry texts at people. And this morning I got up, had my pajamas on backwards, and I get, I leave the bathroom. I go out in the living room, and she's sitting right there on the couch. She's sitting on the couch, and my whole living room is completely destroyed. I asked her who she is, and she has the nerve to tell me that she's me. I mean, look at her, okay? She's way more uglier than I am. I mean, it's apparent that, she's not me. But she keeps saying that she is me, and no matter where I go, she's going to be there. So I put her to the test, and I brought her here so that, you could talk to her directly, and she'll tell you and admit everything that she's done. I mean, look at her. She's right there. Just ask. So why didn't you tell me that no one else could see her but me? Oh, never mind, save it. I know you tried. Just next time try harder, please. Listen, I know how this sounds. Believe me, I do. But if you would just squint your eyes and tilt your head to the right, you might be able to see her and finally help me with a solution on this some kind of way instead of just looking at me like I'm crazy. Smart, Sophie, real smart. How is this going to affect your professional career? Sheesh. So they agreed to let me go just as long as I seek professional help. But it was at this juncture that I realized professional help is not going to be the answer. I need to find the others who are like me, and could actually help me solve this great mystery and put this thing to bed. Meanwhile, my shadow was up to no good. I was in a race against time. I was very familiar on how to beat outside enemies, but how do you beat an enemy from within? This enemy has the same strength, the same smarts, the same intelligence, the same know-how as I do, but the only difference is they're in the opposite polarity. I needed help, and I needed it fast, so I knew exactly where to go. And to put the icing on the cake, nobody could see her but me. And they tried to have me committed as well. I was able to talk my way out of that because they seem to think I have a rational mind, but at the same time, I cannot stop seeing her or stop myself from acting in an irrational manner. What do you think? Thank you. I'll get on that right away. Thanks for all of your help and time. The shadow, one of the most hardest parts of the journey to face, mainly because many of us don't even realize that we have one. A lot of times when we go through traumatic experiences when we are a child, it's easy for us to suppress those things. We think that we've healed, but in reality, we just locked it away. And then one day, one small trigger moment will shake your whole reality. Perhaps you were bullied and harassed when you were a child. And although you become a successful adult, maybe you really didn't deal with how those words made you feel and instead internalized it. And then one day, you have something to prove. We really don't understand how words can affect people, especially our own psyches. Look at this young man right now. He seems so upset and hurt, defeated even. And even with the bully here, this is a no-win situation. Chances are he's a product of his environment too, and at one point was also the victim. You know how this goes. Hurt people, hurt people. But even though we all have our same stories, it does not make it right. So, until then, this will still happen. Or perhaps you fell victim to a predator, a sick and deranged individual. You could be male or female. And maybe you were introduced to things way before your time. In that case, it may have caused you to feel rejected, to feel disgusted, to reject love, emotion, to not want to be touched, to become frigid and cold. In these cases, a lot of times it's done by people that we know, and that causes the most pain because we trust them and they ruin us. Yeah, I am watching, and this little girl is strong. She will not fall victim to this predator, and she will go on to report him. Unfortunately, not all end the same way, but until then, you already know what I'm getting ready to do. In my case, it was always being afraid and misunderstood. Sure, I've had some bad things happen to me as well, but nothing stood out as much as the fear and feeling like I needed to always defend myself. And thus the shadow was born, angry, defensive, fighting, and very, very protective. But now, since I bore witness on what causes this type of shadow to emerge, and I got the advice of my sister on this realm, I know exactly what to do. And I'm racing right home, right now, to confront my own shadow. And I suggest you all do the same. Okay, little girl, I am back and we've got some healing to do. Oh, surprised, huh? I am no longer afraid of you, nor am I going to allow you to ruin my life. I am here to clean you from the inside out. But I already told you, you can't get rid of me. I'm I'm part of you. What are you talking about? Listen to me. It's okay to love. The entire world is not out to get you, and there's nothing to fear. You are beautiful and wonderful exactly the way that you were created. And if people don't understand you, then so what? You're not meant for everybody to. But as of right now, you no longer need to be afraid, and you need to embrace the fullness of who you are and what you came here to be. And understand me when I say this. You are loved, and we are very, very happy. So I need for you to release the blame, release the anger, and release the hate, and come back to me. What are you doing? I don't like this at all. Please stop it. Please stop it. When we were a child, we were vulnerable, but none of it was our fault. And you cannot continue to harbor it as if it was. It's okay to release the past. The past was exactly where it is, the past. We look forward into the future of things that are loving, kind, generous, and joyful. We look forward to a state of peace. You have to let go now and come back home. See there? It wasn't so bad now, was it? How did that hug make you feel? Well, honestly, I guess not that bad at all. Thank you. Thank you for releasing me. My dear, you are more than welcome. But before you leave, just one last thing. You better clean up every bit of this house from when you walked in here and destroyed it. And I do mean every bit. And if you do not, I will windmill you to death. Do you understand me? And there you have it. Everything exactly back to the way it's supposed to be. And as far as my shadow, she still shows up sometimes, but way less frightening. She's more easy to control now, especially since I've learned how to love her. And now, let's see what's going on in the world. Wow, looks like it's going to be a good one. I am overly excited about it. Indeed. Whew, that was a hard one, wasn't it? I know how difficult it is to face the shadow, but we came out victorious, and this is something that all of us can do when the time is right. Now, if you like stories like this, please continue to join in as I go through all of the variations of this realm. Just remember, I am Sophie, and I love you all. Bye-bye now.